Hey guys, it's Alexis with Create Your Future. Happy Monday. Thank you for being here for my video. And today I'm going to talk about how to live in the reality of your choice, how to be the best version of yourself, and how to really get to the bottom of being pursued, being adored, being loved by someone. If you're manifesting for love and relationships or really anything, all right? So before I get started, the links to booking one-on-one coaching and one-on-one hypnosis are in the box below. And thank you for liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing. All right. So let's get to it, you guys. Now, I will say that with my coaching clients, and also with myself, that there are themes that are going on that I see in people who are manifesting love in relationships, or like I already said, manifesting or really trying to create and manifest anything in general, whether it be money, career. But I really want to talk today about love and relationships. Okay. So I'm just saying, I've gotten some requests about making a money video. And this is kind of the same thing. It's all the same, but in love and relationships, most people that I speak to want to be pursued, want to be adored, want to be unconditionally accepted and loved by someone in their reality. Okay. So, if that's you, then I want to give you some tips today about what we really do to get to that reality, how to purposefully be the version of you that's in the reality, what to do, what not to do, and how to kind of maneuver the whole thing. Now, I want to say too that this area of study, this area, love and relationships, for most people, there's a lot of resistance because of stories from our childhood, stories from previous relationships. And it's like I had a client. Okay, I have a client who's in the middle of being a success story. You know who you are. And she said to me this week, she said, Alexis, this is like Build-A-Bear, right? So I am done with engaging with my specific person in a way that I don't want to anymore because I deserve the best. And I said, yes, that is accurate. It is like Build-A-Bear. You are, through your consciousness, you guys, and through who you are identifying your specific person to be, who you're holding within you that they are, is the person that they show up as too. All right. So also who you are in the scenario, who you are holding yourself to be, is who shows up in the scenario. Right. So I really, really, really want you to think about this today. I want you to slow yourself down enough to really, really stop and ask yourself right now, okay, so within me, if it all exists within me, who is my specific person? Who are they? Write it down. Even do this later or take a pause in the video as long as you're not driving and ask yourself, who am I in this scenario? Just go for what's happening, what's going on right now. Okay. And so therefore, then we can look at it and say, oh, wow. So I'm still focusing on them within me as they, they're not ready for love. Okay. These are common things I hear. They're not ready. They have so much baggage. There's a third party. They don't take any action, going back to chasing and pursuing. Right. And I want to say too, to actually course correct myself, is let's get out of being chased by someone. What you really, really, really want is to be have a healthy pursuit, someone to love you, someone to adore you, someone that's consistently, consciously dependable in their love for you. Right. I mean, if you want your specific person to chase you, just get ready because they can chase you. Like, has anyone done this where they've manifested someone chasing them and then the person like chases them around the house, chases them down the driveway, chases them around a public place? Okay, I've experienced that. That's not what we want. Your universe is literal. So in any event, okay, so if you want to be pursued, adored, loved by someone, who are you deciding that they are? This is really, really, really important within you, okay? I hear clients all the time tell me all of the circumstances, all of the noise, and all of the stuff going on in their 3D reality. And oftentimes, you guys, the missing component is, who are they deciding people are? Who are they holding within them? Because your reality is a projection of your subconscious mind. It's like you are creating and designing and building a bear, building bears within your inner movie, and then it projects out to your reality like a movie screen. That is how reality works. That is what's going on. So it's really interesting, right? Because we want to fine tune, who are they within me and who am I within me? Who am I within me? Now, I have notes written down so that I can stay on track. So Yes. Who are you being right now? The thing about specific person and love and relationships, at most people are walking around and they don't even realize it, right? That they're having an unconscious belief system, an unconscious assumption of just not being enough, not being enough, not being good enough, not having the right body, not having the right career. That's another one. Not having enough money, not having all these things, right? Which have nothing to do with love and relationships. I'm going to say it again. Those things have nothing to do with love and relationships. Now, that whole idea also goes against everything we've been taught, right? Like right now, if I was to go on Instagram, Pinterest, let's see, TikTok, right? You would see a bunch of stuff designed that, hey, buy this, take this, be this, then you will feel complete. Buy this, take this, do this, then you will feel enough. Okay. The enoughness thing is really something that I want everyone to focus on and really sit with this, you guys, right? Do you feel that you're enough for yourself? Do you feel that you're enough right here, right now for your specific person? Or do you have all these concepts of things that you want to change and things you want to do and things you want to manifest and things you're affirming to get to that reality, right? That's where you're missing the mark. In the reality where you are loved and adored, pursued, their love is coming towards you. It's in a healthy way. You're going out on dates, you're experiencing life, you're meeting the family, spending holidays together. I don't know, getting pregnant, having a baby, getting married, you're becoming a father. Let me say both, okay? There is not a sense of not being enough. And there is not a sense of they don't like me, they don't want me, they never call me, they're not into me, they're with somebody else. Oh, they just can't choose me, they just can't take a step. They communicate with me, but in a way I don't like. There is none of that, which is the crazy thing, right? So what does all this mean? It means that you have to control your mind, control your focus, control and decide and redecide and refocus and redecide and refocus what is going on in your mind that is translating out to your reality. So make a list, right? Make a list once and for all about like, who am I holding on to within me? Who is I do not have a bear. Maybe I'm going to get a Build-A-Bear because of this client saying this. And she watches my videos on Mondays. I just gave away the gender. Hope that's okay. All right. What I have is this little stamp that's from Logan from Halloween that he got, but that I took to put on client notes. Okay. If you work with me, then you know that if you want to be a success story, I put a stamp on your notes. It's a signifier to me that you are going to be a success story. Okay. So like, let's see. Who are you building your bear to be within you? They exist in here, right? And the thing is this, you guys, I want to be clear. This and who they are within you has nothing to do with who they've been. It doesn't need to have anything to do with who they've been, what they've done, what they've said. That's why circumstances don't matter. It has everything to do with who am I deciding, who am I holding within me? But the thing is this, people are often trying to recreate this without recreating self, without creating and embodying and being and feeling and deciding I am enough. Now, the thing is this, is as I say that, let's actually do an exercise together. As I say that, if you are to close your eyes and get out of the feeling of wanting, needing, having to have, making something happen, and if you come into the beingness of being you right now and just feeling a sense of ease and release that you are enough. Okay, how does that feel? So it means letting go of all the things around you and outside of you and just being, oh, like I'm always enough right here. Taking off the mask, taking off the guard of having to be someone, having to prove something, having to do something, just being with the being of being you. This is actually the version that we want you to be in the reality with your specific person who is enough, right? Who is self-aware, who is self-allowing, who is really connected to his or her or their consciousness, right? So isn't that interesting? We are really taught to do a bunch of things, make a bunch of things happen. And then oftentimes what I see is people are then coming to conscious manifesting and they're applying the same syndrome or the same paradigm. I have to do, recreate myself. No, we actually have to discreate who you've been told you need to be and recreate and duplicate and have enough support to allow yourself to be the self that's always with you, that's right here, right now, right? There's nothing to have to do. There's nothing to have to be. There's nothing to have to go out and chase and find and redo and remake and remanifest. No, it's actually the opposite, coming into complete and total enoughness. And you can even be secure with your insecurities. Isn't that interesting? You can just be okay with your sense of enoughness and security amidst your insecurities. The thing about the body stuff is, you guys, people don't really pick people because they're hot and sexy. I know we would love to believe people pick us because we're hot and sexy, but it really isn't the case. People pick people because of an unconscious love connection, a choice of two people. It has actually very little to do with body things. Now, I think most of you guys know, right? I spent 10 years in fitness. I'm a former dancer, always a dancer, let's just say. Okay. So I know for sure people don't pick people because of how they look. Okay. If anything, there's a lot of stuff going on in the fitness industry because people then choose the industry because they think, if I do this, right, etc. I'm not going to go off on a tangent. I want to come back to a specific person. I'm enough right now. I'm enough right now. Now, if you are enough right now, how are you actually thinking of your SP? If you're enough right now, wow, how are they feeling that you're enough? And what do you think about their feeling of their enoughness? Okay. Because I will say that a lot of people that I speak to are also manifesting a person who has a lack of stability, lack of security, lack of confidence, and that is the biggest block to the relationship actually moving forwards. Or the person doesn't feel ready. The person doesn't feel like they're enough. Okay. Now the answer is always to come back to you. What are you creating? What are you holding within you? And what's your concept of self? The thing that I see a lot on YouTube when I have looked at videos and things is there's lots of conscious coaches out there saying, okay, and I have said it in videos as a caveat to the foundation of stability and security, but we do not want to be treating conscious manifesting like a self-help seminar where you go, and you have a great time and you come back and you're looking in the mirror. I'm amazing. I'm amazing. I'm so awesome. I'm so awesome. I'm amazing. I'm so awesome. And that's who you're being. Okay. That's kind of like a overlay to a false sense of self. And it will get you end up feeling not amazing, not feeling very great, not feeling very awesome, right? You want to go for complete and total enoughness, complete and total being with yourself. Like all the puzzle pieces are actually within you. All the puzzle pieces of you are actually here right now. Okay. And to persist in that version of you and then to recreate from that perspective, who is my specific person? Okay. The more that you're enough, inevitably you will think that they are enough. The more that you feel secure, the more they will feel secure. The more stable you feel, the more stable they will feel. Okay. So I want to say too, this isn't a quick fix, right? This is not like I do this magical thing and then it happens and then it's da-da-da-da. No, this is living from the reality, the parallel version of you and the parallel version of him or them or her, where you have a complete whole sense of self, right? And I'll bet if you look back on relationships or when you first met your SP, you kind of had that. I hear that from a lot of people. When we first met, everything was going great. They were pursuing me. They were calling me. They were doing everything for me. Then I begin to question. Then all my stuff came out. Then I began to wonder and doubt, do they like me? Am I enough? Are they going to choose me? And then guess what happened? Right? Because we're not really taught to maintain that sense of, oh yeah, enoughness. Oh yeah, this is happening. Oh yeah, this is so great. No, we're kind of taught to overthink, question, doubt, and then you go and talk to everybody else and you're projecting and complaining about what you don't want. And then we see more of the same and then it holds it in place, right? So also I want to say to you guys, if you are manifesting for a specific person and doing this whole thing, it's just my advice and wisdom at this point in my evolution as a human being is to hold it dear to you, right? If you're reaching out to me or someone else as a facilitator to help you along with the reversion of yourself and the reversion of them, that's different. That's totally different because we and I need to hear what's been going on in order to understand how to get you on board with what you want to create. But to everybody else in your reality, this isn't the appropriate thing to like talk and hash out with people that you don't feel have unconditional love and acceptance for you, and that aren't going to really be guiding you in the right way, right? It will just make you feel worse. So just stop it, right? Stop complaining about what your SP's done. Stop reaching out of yourself for information from other people to talk about it and have these deep conversations. For most people, and I felt this a lot too, it really doesn't get you anywhere, and it makes you feel worse, right? Or people bring up things that you've said and you have this whole feedback loop. Right. You guys, it really comes down to you. Okay. So it comes down to, who are you being, your sense of enoughness, and thinking and deciding and being, I am enough right now. Right. And that's where the mental diet and what you're thinking is so important, because as I've said in like every single video, thoughts are things and thoughts create, and what you're thinking projects out into your reality as part of your movie. So you want to be thinking and deciding, I am valuable, I am enough, I am in the being of my total enoughness. What does it feel like for me to be enough? Right? And then if we're thinking of the reality where you're with the specific person, what are you thinking? What are you feeling? There isn't a lot of needing, wanting, having to have happen. So you once again want to come into, okay, I desire this, I want this, but if I had it, what would I be thinking? If I had it, what would I be feeling? If I had it, how would it be? Because you can't keep wanting, needing something, having a desire, and then expecting it to come through that way. No, you want to come into, oh yes, I want this, I desire this. Oh, I have it. What does that feel like? What does that look like? See, I'm closing my eyes, accessing a different thought, accessing a different state of being, and accessing the imagination, pictures, feeling, thought, all of that into, oh, if I'm there, how does it look? If I'm there, how do I feel? And you can do this with like everything. Okay. So the version of you that is enough, the version of them that is enough, the version of all of that exists right here, right now. There is nothing to have to go do to make a bunch of stuff happen. It's seriously just you and what you're creating and what you're pushing out, what you're projecting, what you're manifesting. So you can use that. It's kind of like an OG way to go about it, make a list, right? But it might really help you to understand, who am I still deciding that they're being within me? Who am I deciding I am? Do I really think I have to fix and change and do a bunch of stuff to make this happen? You guys, you don't. We just have to think the thoughts and be in the feeling and being in the decision of, in the reality of, I have this, this is who I am, this is who I'm being. Now, I haven't spoken about my personal story and my manifestation of meeting my husband, getting married. No, I'm sorry. Meeting my husband, moving in, getting pregnant, getting married, and then having Logan all happened within a year. I might do a more detailed story about my personal stuff. If anyone's interested, drop a comment in the box below and let me know if that would help you in your journey. The thing is this, guys, now, that whole time, now all that happened within a year, just to like strategically go through what occurred there. Okay. I met my now husband at the end of May. Let's see, we're in 2023, 2022, 2021. Gosh, time flies. Okay. So May of 2021, we met at the end of the month. By July, he had asked me to move in with him. I had moved in with him. We had briefly talked about having a child. I had decided one night, I said, I'm ready. I literally saw a little boy. I didn't really even know if I was ready, but I saw this little child and I thought I could do that. Okay. So soon thereafter, I could go into a detailed video about this. Kind of funny. I was pregnant. Okay. Then, that was in like September. The dates are kind of elusive now, but then February of 2022, we got married. And then May of 2022, I had Logan, and then thereafter, and then, so this coming year will be our it's 2-year anniversary, right? I get the whole thing confused. Yes, because 2024. Okay. So in any event, you guys, that whole time, now that happened very quickly, we could say, right? That happened in like record time, like who meets someone, moves in together, etc. The thing is this, is that the entire time I maintained my state of enoughness. And like, I'll tell you, there were lots of things that were happening outside of me that would really, really, really try to get me to think, I'm not enough. This isn't happening. This isn't going to go this way. It's going to go that way. It's going to go this way. It's going to go that way. Especially if you're having a child and you're going to the doctor and hearing all the things that they tried to tell you are going on with you that you say, not me. And then none of it ends up happening. Okay. But I really practice this, you guys. So if this is something that you want, if you want something to happen, if you're desiring for it to happen, you got to maintain your enoughness, your sense of stability, your sense of security. And from that place, be thinking and manifesting that they are doing things for you. That is literally what I did. From the moment that I met my husband, and I was already a coach. Okay. Those of you who have worked with me, I was already a coach. I have been doing conscious manifesting for a very long time. I had a lot of practice with previous SPs, but by the time I met him, I said, okay, this is it. I think this is the guy. I think this is the guy that I've been waiting for. Like, dude, he's here. Okay. Okay. So I began maintaining my sense of self, my sense of stability. We had cosmic connections. We had connections that I had never had with anybody. So I said, all right, he's going to ask, he's going to bring up the relationship talk. And I went through this. I actually should probably make a video about this. But the biggest thing, you guys, that I maintained was a sense of stability, sense of inner security, sense of inner happiness, along with thinking the thoughts that he was doing these things. Okay. Along with thinking the thoughts. Now, along the way, did we have conversations of, are we ready to get married? He said he wasn't ready to get married. I said I wanted to get married. I said I wanted our child to have our same last name because that was very, very important to me. Okay. Yes, we had a lot of contradictory conversations, but then we ended up getting married. He initiated the whole thing. And I mean, I had a wedding in a wedding dress that I was fully pregnant. Okay. So you can have this, you guys, but you've got to maintain your focus no matter what is happening. All of us who are consciously creating get contradictory information, right? We just can't go into the story. Got to get really clear about not going into the story of inner rejection, inner abandonment, or rejectionment. Okay. So I'm going to sum up this video by saying, maintaining your sense of enoughness, checking in with who you're being, and then creating them from there. That's the secret sauce, you guys. That's the key. Okay. And that's my video. So really ponder this, be with this. How can we add this into checking in throughout the day with who you're being and then manifesting from that sense of being? Okay. You are unlimited, breathing, living energy and consciousness. So is your specific person. It's 1,000% possible. All right. So I will see you guys in my next video and have an awesome day. Bye.